Right, all of you write down the main topic, lesson number 7, angles. Under this lesson, first we are going to identify some points. You look at this one. Can you identify what is this? You can draw this one using your straight edge. Straight edge mean what? Your ruler. Right, this one is known as, do you know the name? Straight line. Right, this one is known as a straight line. Right, under the main topic, quickly you draw this like this straight line, then you name it as a straight line.
Sir, will you draw that by a pencil?
Yes, using your ruler and pencil you draw this one, and also you name it as a straight line.
Okay, sir.
Right, then also I can draw two straight lines. Right, you look at this one straight line I will draw like this, and another straight line I will draw like this. Then you can see these two straight lines are meet at this point, no? Right, then you can see an angle is created here. Right, like this, by intersect mean what? Meet. Right, intersect කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඡේදනය වෙනවා, හමු වෙනවා කියන එක. By intersecting two straight lines, the angle is formed. Right, angle එකක් හැදෙන්නේ කොහොමද? By intersecting, by meeting two points, two straight lines. Straight lines දෙකක් මේ විදිහට meet වෙලා මෙන්න මේ වගේ angle එකක් හැදෙනවා. Right, this one is known as an angle. Like these shapes are known as an angle. Right, now you write down under the straight line shape of an angle. Shape of an angle. Shape of an angle. Then you draw like these two straight lines such that intersect. Then you draw here like this curved line. Right, okay, are you finished?
Sir, I think sir we sir I think we learned this in
Grade 5. Yes, grade 5, you studied some types of angles. Then more things you have to study in grade 6. Also, you have to grade in grades. Also, you have to study in grade 7, 8, 9. Right? Every grades you have to study about angles. More theory. Year by year, you can add to your knowledge. Okay? Right. Then you write down, after draw this diagram, you write down like this. By meeting two straight lines by meeting two straight lines an angle is formed. An angle is formed. An angle is formed. Right? How form the angle? By intersecting or by meeting two straight lines. Right? Straight lines දෙකක් meet වෙලා තමයි angle එකක් හැදෙන්නේ. Right. Now you know what's the shape of the angle, no? Right? How about the angle? Then you write down new subtopic. New subtopic, write down parts of an angle. Parts of an angle. Parts of an angle. Parts of an angle. Also, you have the body parts, no? What are the body parts of your body? Head, hands, legs, ears, eyes, right? Like that, lot of parts, no? And also, you know the vehicle. Vehicle also, a vehicle has some types of parts, right? Wheels, right? Tires, right? Windscreen, steering wheel, right? Like that, several parts. Like that, an angle has parts. How many parts an angle has? There are two parts. Right now, we are going to identify what are the parts of an angle. Right? Okay. Before give the names, you draw any type of angle like this. Any type of angle you draw. Then you can see there are two straight lines I drew, no? These straight lines are known as arm, right? Also this one, another arm. So how many arms of an angle? How many arms of an angle? There are two arms because an angle has, there are two straight lines, no? So an angle has, there are two arms. Then these two arms meeting point, this point is known as vertex, right? What's the name of the meeting point of the straight lines? Vertex, right? What's the name of the straight lines? Arms. The arms meeting point is known as vertex. So what are the two parts of an angle? Arms and vertex, right? Arms and vertex. Okay, quickly you draw like this angle. Then also you can draw the we can represent an angle like this curved line. Okay, අපි සාමාන්‍ය angle එකක් මෙන්න මේ විදිහට curved line එකකින් තමයි represent කරන්නේ. Then you can name the parts, right? These straight lines you name as arms, and the meeting point of the arms you know name as vertex, right? Are you clear? What are the parts of an angle? There are two types of parts, no? Arms and vertex.
So I have done my work.
Right. Are you finished? Are you finished?
Yes,
Name the parts. Finish.
yes, sir.
Okay. Then we are going to discuss our main part of this lesson. I told you the beginning of the lesson, no? Beginning of the class. We have to study the types of the angles, right? I told you there are 5 types we have to study, right? Now let's go to discuss what are the types of angles and what are the 5 types, right? How about the shapes of the types? Also, we have to remember, right? New subtopic, write down types of angles, types of angles, types of angles, types of angles. Unnecessary time you mute your audio, right? අනවශ්‍ය වෙලාවට කියන්නේ answers දෙනකොට විතරක් on කරලා තියාගන්න, answers දුන්නට පස්සේ off කරගන්න මේ audio එක, video එක on එකේ තියාගන්න, right? Right. Under the subtopic you write down the note. There are 5 types. There are 5 types. There are 5 types of angles. There are 5 types of angles. Full stop. They are, they are first I will give the names of the 5 types. After that we can identify how about the shape of them, right? Number 1, write down right angles. Number 1, right angles. What is the first one? Right angles. Number 2, write down right. How we pronounce this one? Acute angles, right? Acute angles. Second one, write down acute angles. Acute angles. And number 3, what is the third one? Straight angles, right? Straight angles. So you write down the third one, third type, straight angles. Number 5, write down, sorry, fourth one, write down, fourth type. Right. What is the fourth type? Obtuse angles. Obtuse angles. Right. Number 4, obtuse angles. Also another one type we have to study, no? What is the remaining type? What is the fifth type? Reflex angles, right? Reflex angles. They are the 5 types of angles: right angles, acute angles, straight angles, obtuse angles, and reflex angles. Can you pronounce these words? Right. All of you read with me. First, I will read. After you can read. Okay. What is the first type? Right angles. What's the first type?
Angles.
Right angles. Right. Right angles. The second type I wrote acute angles.
Acute angles.
Acute angles. Right. Acute angles. Third type straight angles. Straight angles. Straight angles. Right. Number 4, I wrote obtuse angles. Obtuse angles. Right. Obtuse angles. Okay. Obtuse angles. Number 5, reflex angles. Reflex angles. It is the reading method. Okay. Pronunciation method. Also, you have to remember what are the 5 types of the angles and also how you read them and how you can write them. That means the spellings, right? Right, acute, straight, obtuse, reflex. You have to remember because for your term test papers will be given like these questions. Then some types of angles given. You have to identify and write down the which type of the angles. Right? එතකොට තනියම ලියන්න වෙනවා මේකේ type එක මොකක්ද කියන එක. එතකොට අපිට spellings පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕන. හරිද? එහෙනම් ඒ ටිකත් පාඩම් කරගන්න. හරි? Right angles, acute angles, straight angles, obtuse angles, and reflex angles. They are the 5 types of angles. Right. Now, do you remember what I said from the beginning to here in this lesson? First, I told you, I introduced a straight line, right? Then I introduce an angle. Angle is formed how? By meeting two straight lines. Then I told you what are the main parts of the angle. There are two main parts, right? What are the main parts? Straight lines are known as arms. And the meeting point of the straight line is known as vertex. Right? Vertex. Then also I told you how many types of angles. There are 5 types. And what are the 5 types of angles? Right? Right angles, acute angles, straight angles, obtuse angles, and reflex angles. Right. All of you remember? All points? Follow it again. Monkey devil. Right. Okay. Then now we are going to identify one by one of these types of the angles. Okay. Sometimes you study it in grade 5 class. I think a lot of studied in single medium no in grade 5, right? Then single names I think you know, but English names you don't know. A lot of students, right? Okay, I will show you. This is your textbook, no? Then you can see here. You can see here an edge, right? It is like a straight line, no? Then also this side you can see another edge. Also it is another same type of the straight line. Then by meeting these two straight lines, you can see here formed an angle, right? Can you identify it? Here formed an angle, no? Then which type of angle formed here? This type. right? This type. Also, these types of angles you can see when you observe your room, right? Then the meeting position of your wall and the floor. This type of angle you can see, no? හරි ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ wall එකයි floor එකයි meet වෙන position එකේ මේ වගේ angle එකක් තියෙනවා නේද? Then also the corner of the book we can see like this angle, right? And also my whiteboard, corner of the whiteboard I can see like this angle, right? You remember this shape of the angle is known as which name? What's the name? Right angles. This is the shape of the right angles. To represent the right angle, we use the special symbol. What is the symbol we can use to represent the right angle? This one. I told you earlier, you can represent an angle like this curved line, no? But to represent a right angle, you can use this symbol, right? මේ වගේ අර කොටු හැඩයට අපිට ඒක represent කරන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. Okay, are you clear the shape of the right angle? Can you tell me the examples in your environment for the right angles where you can see? I will ask from few students. You give the answers. Senuri, can you tell me one example where you can see the right angles in your home?
Right.
Where you can see? Binuli, where we can see the right angles in the environment? I told you few examples, no? Corner of the book, right? The medium position of the wall and the floor. Like that, few examples can you give? Okay, Vidun.
Television.
Television. Television means the corner of the television, no? Okay.
Corner of the door.
Corner of the door. Yes, corner of the door. Door. Your doors like that. Then this corner you can see the right angle, no? Right? Then any example who can give? Hands up.
Corner of the window. Corner of the laptop.
Yes, corner of window. Right. Lot of examples we can
Corner
give,
of the
no?
laptop.
Okay. Corner of the laptop. But some laptops you can see the curved shape, right? Also, we can give corner of the table face, right? Right, like that. Lot of examples we can give, no? Right. Also, the corner of the eraser, right? Corner of the ruler. It is another example, right? Lot of
Pencil
examples
box.
we can get.
Pencil box.
Yes, corner of the pencil box. Okay, right. Now you write down the subtopic.
Corner of a
Subtopic
lunch.
write down. New subtopic write down. Right angles. Right angles. Right angles. Right. Now you draw the right angles. Few examples I can draw using your ruler and pencil. You draw. The one example I can draw like this. Then also remember, using your red color pen, you mark the standard method we can use to represent a right angle. This one. Okay. This is the right angles representing method. Then also these two arms I can draw like this. Also this one is a right angle, no? Also I can draw the right angle like this. Then you draw few examples, right? Like that different types of the right angles, right? එක එක පැති වලට හරවලා අපි මේ වගේ examples තුනක් විතර draw කරගමු. Then also the one example you mark, this symbol is used to represent a right angle. Right? This symbol is used to represent a right angle.
Sir, do we have time test in this class?
Sorry?
Do we have term test in this?
Yes. Another one lesson we have to complete. After that, we will revise. We will do the revision. After that, we'll be given the term test.
Okay, sir.
Right. I finished. Did you draw the some examples for the right angles?
No, sir.
Right. First, to identify the shape of the right angle. Okay. Right. This shape is known as the right angles, and this one also same angle, no?
Teacher,
Same type of the
sir,
angles.
we need to draw the pictures that have the shape right angles.
Yes. Under the subtopic, you draw few examples, like 2, 3 examples you draw. Then one example you write down this one. The symbol is used to represent a right angle.
Sir, I am done my work.
Right.
I done my work, sir. Finish, sir. I done my work.
Right. After that, we are going to discuss our second type of the angles. What's the second type? Do you remember? Acute angles. No? Acute angles. Right. Now you write down the next subtopic. Acute angles. Acute angles. Right. Also, you know, every quantities has the unit, no? The mass you can measure using grams, kilograms, milligrams, metric tons, right? Like that units. Time you can measure using seconds, minutes, hours, right? Also, we can use days, years, right? Like that units. Then also the liquids volume we can measure using liters, milliliters, right? Like that. Also, you remember angles we can measure, right? Angle we measure using the unit. It is called degrees, right? What's the measuring units of the angle? Degrees. Degrees. Its unit, you know, the gram standard writing method, simple G, no? Kilogram, kg, right? Like that. You think I want to represent 60 degrees. This is the representing method, right? This is the representing method. මෙන්න මේ value එක ලියලා මෙහෙම උඩින් මෙහෙම බිඳුවක් වගේ පොඩියට ලියනවා. අන්න ඒක තමයි degrees වල symbol එක. හරි. ඒතර මේවා දැම්ම නැහැ ස්ටඩි කරන්න grade 7 එකේදී ඒ ටික තියෙන්නේ. ඒතර දැන් ඒවා ඕන නැහැ. නිකම් මතක තියාගන්න. හරිද? හරි. මෙන්න මේ value එකට හරි මේ විශාලත්වයට අපි කියනවා magnitude. ඒ වචනේ ඕන magnitude. Okay? magnitude කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? විශාලත්වය. magnitude. Right. Magnitude mean what? විශාලත්වය. Right. Magnitude කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? විශාලත්වය. Right. Now look at this magnitude word I use to identify the next few angles. Right. First you write down under the acute angle. After you write the note, I will explain how you can identify the acute angles. Right. Write down. If the magnitude of an angle, if the magnitude of an angle less than a right angle, less than a right angle, it is known as an acute angle. Right? If the magnitude of an angle less than a right angle, it is known as an acute angle. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? right angle එකට වඩා විශාලත්වය අඩු angles වලට අපි කියනවා acute angle. Right? Now look at right angle, how you can represent like this, no? Right angle we can represent like this. Okay? Then this is the magnitude, no? Right? මේ arms දෙක අතර තියෙන ප්‍රමාණය තමයි අපි magnitude කියලා කියන්නේ. If the magnitude is less than to the right angle like this, it is known as which name? An acute angle. This one, 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 an acute angle. තාම acute angle. හරි? This one, a right angle. හරි? එහෙනම් මීට වඩා අඩු මේ arm එක මේ පැත්තට තියෙනකොට මෙන්න මේ අතර මේ arms දෙක අතර value එකට අපි කියනවා ඒ angle එකට මොකක් කියලාද කියන්නේ? Acute angle.
Acute angle.
Are you clear? Can you understand?
Yes, sir.
Acute angle වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ සිංහලෙන් කියනවා සුළු කෝණ කියලා. හරි? සුළු කෝණ කියලා. හරි. සිංහල ඕන නැහැ නේද? English medium කරනකොට. හරි. මෙන්න මේ වගේවට තමයි නෑ acute angles කියලා කියන්නේ. Right? Okay, then I can draw few examples for the acute angles. Look at this example. Its magnitude is less than right angle, no? So it is an acute angle. Then look at another angle. Look at
an acute angle.
right. if this one is a right angle, it should be like this. හරි මේ විදියට arms දෙක තියෙන්න ඕන, but this arm you can see here, right? So its magnitude is less than right angle, so it is known as an acute angle. Then also another angle I can draw like this. It is also example for the an acute angle, right? Now you draw few examples for the acute angles, right? ඕන කැමති විදියට examples ඕන පැත්තකට හරවලා හරි අඳින්න, but you remember its magnitude should be less than to a right angle.
So I have finished.
Sir, do we need to draw the
Yes, quickly draw, right? The subtopic you have to write, then you have to write the description, how you can identify it, then you have to draw some examples for the angles. Okay, every parts you have to do it,
So I have finished my work.
right?
Sir, I have finished.
Right, hurry up, quickly do, quickly draw,
I'm finished, sir.
right?
Finish my work.
Right, if you finish note down and finish draw the examples for the acute angles, then you can write the next subtopic, third type, straight angles. Straight angles. Straight angles. Right, first you look at here, straight angles, first you identify, right? How about it? Right, can you tell me what is this? What is this angle?
a right angle?
Right angle. Then also I will draw another angle. What is this? This one? It is another right angle, no? Then I will draw these two angles, I will cross, right? Like this, I will cross. Right? මේ angles දෙක මෙහෙම ලං කරා. Then this side you can see a right angle, no? And also this side you can see a right angle. If the angle magnitude is equal to two right angles, right, like this, two right angles equal the magnitude, we called it this angle a straight angle, right? It is like a straight line, no? Right? Straight angles. Can you understand straight angles?
Yes.
Straight angle.
Yes, sir.
First you write
Yes.
down. You write down. If the angle magnitude, if the angle magnitude is equal to two right angles, if the angle magnitude is equal to two right angles, it is known as a straight angle. a straight angle. Then also I can draw some examples for the straight angle. You think this is one arm and this one is another arm. Then these 2 points meeting at this vertex. Then this angle is a straight angle. Right? Then also I can draw like this straight angles. Then also I can draw like this straight angles. Right? Several types, no? Several directions you can draw the straight angles. Okay, quickly you write down the description about the straight angles and also you draw some examples for the straight angles.
Sir, I have finished.
Right, okay.
I finished.
Sir, I'm done.
Sir, I'm done.
Right, are you clear, all of you? Can you understand the straight angle? Huh? Can you identify? Right
Yes,
now,
sir.
how many
Yes, sir.
types I discussed now already?
Yes, sir.
How many types I discussed? 3 types.
3 times.
Right? First, I discussed what's the shape of the right angle. Right? Then I discuss how about the shape of the acute angles. Right? Finally, I discuss about how about the shape of straight angles. Okay, then we have to go to discuss our fourth type, no? Fourth type of the angles. Right. What is the fourth type I gave? Obtuse angles, no? Obtuse angles. So you write down the fourth type subtopic. Obtuse angles. Right. You think these two are the straight lines, right? These two are the arms. What is this? What is this angle?
Right angle.
Right angle. Right angle. What is this angle?
Straight
Straight
angle.
Straight angle. Right. You identify how about the shape of the obtuse angle, right? Its magnitude should be greater than to a right angle. Right angle එකට වඩා විශාලත්වය වැඩි වෙන්න ඕනේ. එහෙනම් කොහෙටද මේ ආම් එක යන්න ඕන? මෙන්න මෙහෙට. හරි අඩු වෙනවා නම් මෙහෙට යන්නේ. හරි මේ ආම් එක මේ පැත්තට යන්න ඕන. ඒතර මෙහෙම මෙහෙම ගිහිල්ලා මෙහෙමම එන්න පුළුවන් නේද? But also you remember it should be less than to a straight angle. හරි straight angle එකකට වඩා අඩු වෙන්න ඕන. Look at this shape. This shape is greater than to a right angle and also less than to a straight angle. Right? Then also I can draw another angle like this, no? Right? Also I can draw like this. This direction, look at this angle. It is also another example for the obtuse angle. Then look at this one. This angle, look at it is also the example for the
Obtuse.
obtuse angle. Are you clear? How about the magnitude? Greater than to a right angle and less than to a straight angle. Okay, greater than to a right angle and less than to a straight angle. Okay. Fourth subtopic, write down obtuse angle. Then write down the note. If the angle magnitude. Now, do you remember what's the meaning of magnitude? Magnitude mean what? Vishalattvaya, right? Vishalattvaya. If the angle magnitude is greater than to a right angle as well as mean ඒ වගේම less than to a straight angle is known as an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle. Also, I can draw several types of obtuse angles. Look at this one. Its magnitude is greater than to a right angle and less than to a straight angle. So it is example for the obtuse angle, no? Right? This is another example. Right? Few examples also you can draw. Right? Like these few examples you draw for obtuse angles. Right. Now already we discussed about 4 types of the angles. No, another one type we have to discuss. Now let's go to the 5th type. What's the 5th type? Reflex angles. Reflex angles. Right. Now all of you look at here. Are you finished? Draw the diagrams here, and did you write the subtopic or still drawing?
Sir, I am done my work.
Sir,
I'm finished.
Right. Can you tell me? I will show using my markers some angles. You try to identify them. Okay. Right. What is this shape?
Right
right.
Right angle.
angle.
What is this one?
Acute angle.
This one mean this.
Angle.
Okay. This angle. Acute angles. What is this?
Acute
Angle.
Acute angle. What is this?
Straight
Obtuse
angle.
angle.
Straight angle, right? Straight angle. This one?
Obtuse
This one means this
Obtuse
angle, okay? This angle. Obtuse angle. This one?
Obtuse
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 angle.
angle.
Then look at, okay? Look at. Right. You think these two are the arms, then these are the right acute angles, no? Then this one is the right angle. Then if the angle magnitude is greater than to the right angle, they are known as obtuse angles. Then we can see like these angles are straight angles, right? Then if the two arms like this, okay, that means this type. මොන මේ විදියට આવොත් angle එක. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? magnitude එක මේ පැත්ත නෙවෙයි. හරි මේ පැත්ත නෙවෙයි මේ පැත්ත. How about the magnitude of it? It is greater than to a straight angle, no? Greater than to a straight angle. හරි මෙහෙම තිබුණොත් straight angle එකනේ. ඔන්න මම මෙහෙම කරනවා. හරි එතකොට මේ උඩ පැත්තේ තියෙන angle එක හරිද? It is greater than to a straight angle. Right. If the magnitude is greater than to a straight angles, they are known as reflex angles. Okay, reflex angles. Then you can identify like these angles. Can you see here reflex angle? Where? This side or upper side? Lower side or upper side?
Lower side.
Lower side.
This side. It is not a reflex angle, no?
Upper side.
Magnitude is greater than to a right angle and less than to a straight angle, right? It is obtuse angle. It is an obtuse angle. This side angle, look at this one is the magnitude is greater than to right angle, bro. So this angle, this type angles are known as reflex angles. Are you clear or not? You think this
Clear,
one?
sir.
හරි මම මේ dot line එකෙන් එළපු arm එක බලන්නකෝ. This one is a straight angle. Then this magnitude is greater than to a straight angle, right? Also this shape angles are known as reflex angles. Okay, reflex angles. Right. Then also I can draw like these angles. This one also another example for the reflex angles. Okay. Then look at another one. This one is a right angle, but other side angle, it is a reflex angle. Okay, are you clear? Can you understand? තේරෙනවද මොටම?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
Then you write down small note under the reflex angles. If the magnitude of an angle is greater than to a straight angle, it is known as a reflex angle. Right. Then also you can draw some examples for the reflex angles.
Finish, sir. I have finished.
Sir, I have finished my work.
Right, okay.
Sir, I have done my work.
Right. Now all types I told you, no? There are 5 types of the angles. What are the 5 types and how you can identify the 5 types of the angles? I explain you. Right. Then let's go to identify the angles now. Okay. Right. All of you look at here. First letter of the English alphabet. Right. Now you can see some angles are formed here, no? Some angles are
Yes.
formed. Right. හරි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ chat එකට යන්න. හරි. type කරන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට chat එකට යන්න. මම මේ පෙන්නන ඒවා මොනවද කියලා ඉක්මනට chat එකට එවන්න. Right. What is it? Send into chat. Number 1. I mark as number 1. Right. Lot of students answer is it is an acute angle.
Let's go.
Is it correct? Can you identify the 2 arms of this angle? This is one arm and this one another arm. Okay. How about the magnitude of it? If this arm, okay, if this arm like this, it should be a right angle, but this angle magnitude is less than to right angle. So what is the type of it?
Vertex.
Acute angle, no? Acute
Let's
angle.
go.
Right. Okay. දැන් ඒක ඉවරයි. Another angle I will draw. I will show you. Number 2. Right, this angle. Right? What is it? All of your answers
Sir.
same answer, no? Reflex angle.
Yes.
Reflex angle, no? It is a reflex angle. Right? Okay. Right. Then look at this angle. You identify.
Answer.
Number 3. Right. Now don't write the answer for the second one, okay? Third one answer. Send. Third type.
No. R G H.
Now you have a problem, no? Some students spellings don't remember, then can't write. එහෙනම් ඔන්න type කරනකොට ඒකත් මතක් වෙනවා. හරි? Right. How about this angle? These are the two arms, okay? This is one arm and this one another arm. Then you can understand this angle is, if this angle like this, it should be a right angle, but it is greater than to right angle and less than to a straight angle. So this type is known as which name? Obtuse angles. Right? Obtuse angles. It is an obtuse angle. Right. Next one, number 4. Now don't you send third one answer. Right. This is the fourth angle. Identify it. What is this angle?
Should we type?
Send to chat your answer. Send into chat, right? Fourth one, which type?
Right angle.
What is the shape? Huh?
Straight angle.
Do you know to write the capital A? When you write the capital A first, you have to go like this line, no? Which type line? Straight line. Then also you have to draw like this line. It is also another straight line. Then we will draw like this. I ask this angle, no? What is this angle?
Straight angle.
What is the angle? Straight
Straight angle.
angle. Okay, it is the type of the angle. Okay, right. You have to identify the angles correctly. Right. Then I'm going to another diagram.
Okay.
Right. What is this angle? Send in chat. What is the name of this type?
Straight angle.
There are 5 types we discussed, no? Right angles, acute angles, straight angles, obtuse angles, and reflex angles.
Straight angle.
Right. What is the type? It should be an acute angle, no? Acute angle, right? Acute angle. Right. Then look at another one. What is the type of this angle? Right. Number 2. Okay. What is the type of this angle?
Obtuse angle.
Don't say. Type and say. Right. How about the magnitude of it? It is greater than to a straight angle. Right? It is greater than to a straight angle. So what's the name of the angle type? Reflex angles. Right? Reflex angle.
Yes.
Right. හරි දැන් ඔන්න බලන්න හරිද කියලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ දෙන answers නේද? දෙන්න තුන් දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා තාම wrong answers එවනවා. Right. Now look at this one.
Sir, I'm putting direct messages.
Yes, I saw.
Sir, I can put all messages because I don't know something happened for my child.
No, I think you can't send everyone messages. Only you can say send direct messages.
Okay.
Right. Look at capital L-shaped letter. Right. Capital L-shaped letter.
Sir, I think there's only one or two.
What is this magnitude? How about this angle? What's the type? This one should be correct, no? You can identify, okay? This one.
Very easy.
It is a right angle. But I told you right angle represent using this symbol, no? But this one not given because this question given to identify the angle. හරි දැන් මෙහෙම දුන්නොත් ඕන කෙනෙක් කියනවා right angle කියලා නේද? ඉතින් අර identify කරගන්න දෙනකොට මේ symbol එක දෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right? Okay, I will ask another question. You try to give the correct answer for it. What is this angle? Right. What is the type? This side you can see the right angle, no? But this side angle is greater than to a straight angle. So it is which type? Reflex angle, right? Reflex angle. Okay, another one example I will discuss. After that, we can go to discuss some questions from your textbook. Right. There is a house. Okay. Simple house. Right. Now you identify these angles. This angle. All of you try to send the answers, okay? Then I can understand. How about your knowledge about the angle now? Right. What is the answer? What is the type? Reflex angle.
Reflex
Right?
angle.
Reflex angle. හරි ඔන්න බලන්න එන හරියට කරාන නේද? හරිද කියලා බලන්න. Right. Then can you tell me this angle which type?
I don't.
It is easy. Right. What is the type it? Also, the beginning of the lesson, I told you about this one, no? Corner of the door. Corner of the door frame. Which type? Right angles.
Triangle.
So this one should be a right angle.
Angle.
Right.
Triangle.
Look at this one. You identify. ඇංගල් නැති වුණත් කමන්නේ නම විතරක් එවුවත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ හරි මට නම තමයි ටයිප් කරව ගන්න ඕන ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියලා හරි ඒතකොට ප්‍රැක්ටිස් වෙනවනේ ලියන විදිය right how about it right if this line okay if this line like that it should be a right angle but its magnitude is greater than to right angle also less than to a straight angle so which type
Sir,
Use-
it's a acute angle, right?
no obtuse angle no obtuse angle this one
No.
it is an obtuse angle you can see acute angle but not this one right another position you can see acute angle right then this one you can understand what is the type I asked about number 4 right fourth one right what is the type you can understand it it is
Acute.
less than to a right angle right magnitude is less than to a right angle so which type an acute angle okay last one right last one what is this angle number 5 right how about this angle can you tell me can you understand this line which type of line it is a straight line no right it is a straight line then you think this straight line and this line meet at this point so what is the type of the angle this type
Reflex
it
angle.
is equal to two right angles okay so what is the type straight angle
Reflex angle.
straight angles right straight angles not reflex angle straight angles okay are you clear I think lot of students send the correct answers. Only 1 or 2 students send incorrect answers, right?
Right.
Again, you watch the recording after the class, right? It is easy part, not difficult. Angles mean very easy, right? Okay. Then another few questions I will ask, not about the types of the angles. Can you tell me, is this an angle or not?
So that's one also we need to send to the chat.
No. You directly unmute and give the answer. Is this an angle or not?
Acute angle.
It is,
Angle.
it is an angle.
Angle.
Not need to type. Sorry, type එක දන්නවනේ දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ. Not need the type. It is an angle. Why? Because there are two arms you can see, and also the two arms meet at a vertex. Is this an angle or not?
Not angle. Not angle.
Is not an angle. Why? Because two arms are not meet, right? This position not meet, so it is not an angle, right? Then can you tell me this one is an angle or not?
It's
No,
not
no.
an angle.
No. Why? The two lines are meet
It's a
here.
curve.
But is a
The
curve.
upper part is
But
curved.
it's the curve.
Yes, but you remember
These two
arms should be straight lines, right? Arms should be straight lines. They can't be curved line. So this is not an angle, right? Now are you clear? Can you understand all things?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is a lesson, okay? It is the theory of this lesson. Only this grade you have to identify the types of the angles, right? Okay, then look at your exercises. 7.1 exercise given. Some figures given, you have to identify which diagrams represent the angles, right? Then second one given, which one is the larger angle, which one is the smaller angle, you have to identify using this given two angles of each parts, right? Let's go to discuss one exercise. Before it, can you tell me, clock faces also we can see the angles, no? Between the two hands of the minutes and hours, between two hands. කටු දෙකක් අතර. Okay, can you identify the first one? Hands up. Who can identify? Then I will ask. This angle, which type? Right. Methula, which type? Unmute and give the answer.
Sir, can I tell?
Sorry?
Right angle.
Right angle. Okay. Hands down. Second clock face, look at. What is the angle type? Pramitu.
Straight angle.
Straight angle. Okay. Straight angle. Right. Look at the third clock face. Chenuli. Sorry?
Acute angle.
Acute angle. Okay. Right. Now look at the fourth clock face. Binuli. Can you tell me which type?
So after seeing, can I tell?
Binuli.
This angle.
Obtuse angle. Okay. Obtuse angle. Okay. Then look at fifth part. Fifth clock face. Look at Sharon. Sharon, no? Can you give the answer?
It's a reflex angle.
Yeah. It is reflex angle. Okay. Then look at the last clock face. Inuli, can you give the answer? Inuli,
An acute angle.
an acute angle. Okay. Now, all of you, can you understand? Can you identify the types of the angles? Among the five types? Then පුළුවන් ද හැමෝටම?
Yes, sir.
පුළුවන් නේද? Right. Okay. Now, the one question I'm going to do now. You take your textbook. If you want, you can use my screen. Look at 7.3 exercise. Look at 7.3 exercise, third question. Right? Right. How you can write the answers for these questions like this. Okay. In your book, you write down exercise 7.3. Then you write down question number 1, main question number 1. Then Roman number 1. Okay. Roman number 1 mean this diagram. මෙන්න මේක තමයි Roman number 1 කියලා කියන්නේ. It has how many angles given? 2 angles, no? 1, 2. හරි 1, 2 කියලා angles දෙකක් දීලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඕගොල්ලෝ ලියන්න ඕන 1 in front of it. You have to write the type of it. Right? මම මේ නිකන් බොරු ටිකක් දාන්නේ. හරිද? Then number 2. Right? After that, you can do the second part. Right? Maybe the unknown. Second part, there are 3 angles. 1, 2, and 3. Can you understand writing method? පැහැදිලි නේද ලියන්න ඕන විදිය? Not need to draw the diagrams, okay? හරි මට ඉක්මනට answers ටික ලියන්න බලන්න. ඊට පස්සේ මම discuss කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ check කරගන්න ඕනේ. හරිද වැරදිද කියලා. Right. Quickly do. Try to complete within 5 or 10 minutes, right? Quickly. Right. I will clean the screen now, okay? This is the writing method. First, you write down exercise 7.3, then main question number 3. Sorry, not 1. It should be 3. Main question number 3. Then Roman number 1. Then number 1 and 2 angles you identify and write down. Then Roman number 2, there are 3 angles given. Roman number 3, there are 4 angles given. Roman number 4, another 3 angles, right? Like that. Several angles given. Okay, quickly try to complete it. After finish your work, you use the raise hand option, okay? Hands up using the raise hand option. After finish your work, you use the raise hand option. Okay.
Sir, can we send the answers to the chat?
No. You have to type a lot of things now. I will discuss the answers. You can check your answers, okay, using a red color pen.
Okay, sir.
Finish, sir.
Right. Another 2 minutes I will give to complete. Okay.
Sir, I have finished my work.
Right.
I have finished too.
Sir, I'm done.
Okay. Now anyone still doing? Who are still doing?
Sir, I'm doing.
Right. Quickly complete.
Sir, I'm still doing.
Finish, sir.
Sir, I have finished my work.
Right. Now let's go to check the answers. Okay. Look at the first part. First part given, there are two angles, number one and number two. Right. Number one, you can check your answers using a red color pen. Take a red color pen. If your answers are correct, you can put a tick mark. If incorrect, you can put a cross mark and write the correct answer using the red color pen. Right. Number one, obtuse angle. Number 2, acute angle. Right, then I'm going to the second diagram, Roman number 2. There are 3 angles. The first one is acute angle. And number 2, straight angle. And number 3, obtuse angle. Right, quickly check your answers, right? One by one you can check. Then I'm going to the third diagram. Third diagram given, there are 4 angles. Roman number 1, it is a reflex angle. The number 2 given, this one, it is an acute angle. Number 3 given, this one, it is also a reflex angle. Right, number 4 given, this one, it should be a right angle. Right, the first 3 diagrams I discussed. Then we can go to the fourth one. Look at the fourth diagram answers. There are 3 angles. The first one should be acute angle. Number 2 should be a right angle. And number 3, an acute angle. Right, are you correct these answers?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right, then another 2 diagrams we have to discuss now. The last 2. Right, look at the next one, number 5, the fifth diagram. Fifth diagram, number 1 is this angle, no, it is right angle. Number 2 also another right angle. The number 3 should be an obtuse angle. And number 4, it should be which type? Acute angle. Right, they are the answers for the fifth part. Then let's go to the last diagram, number 6. There are 4 angles given. The first one is an acute angle. The number 2 is which type? Obtuse angle. Number 3 is, it should be a straight angle, no? Straight angle. And the last one given, fourth one, it should be an acute angle. Right, they are the answers for the types of the angles of this question given. Right. Are you correct? Who are correct? All
Sir.
answer.
Sir, all my answers are correct.
All are correct. All answers.
Answers are correct.
Right. Okay. Hands down. Now, can you tell me this angle lesson? Angles lesson. Can you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
They are the theory. Okay. In this lesson, first you identify how about the angle, then the main 5 types you identify. Also, you remember what are the parts of the angle, okay? Main parts of the angle. Also, I will give small homework from this lesson for the next week. Right. Also, you mark the homework. Same exercise, 7.3 exercise. Second question you have to do. Right? Second question. Take a number 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 10 angles given. ඒ වගේ types ටික ලියන්න තියෙන්නේ. Right? Second question. And also the fourth question. Fourth question given this table and these diagrams. Right? ඒතර මේ diagrams use කරලා මේ blanks fill කරන්න තියෙනවා. දැන් මෙතන පේන තියෙ figure 1. Figure 1 has there are 2 angles now 1 and 2. Then you identify the first angle, write down here. Identify the second angle, write down here. Then you can go to the second diagram. There are 2 angles. First angle which type, right here. Second angle which type, right here. Okay. Are you clear? What are the homework questions? 7.3 exercise, second and fourth question. Okay.
question.
Right.
Okay.
හරි. එහෙනම් පැහැදිලි නේද lesson එක? Clear නේ? Okay, then another one lesson remaining to discuss for your first term test. The last lesson, lesson number 8. Next day I will start it. හරි. එහෙනම් අපි අද දවසට මෙතනින් class එක අවසන් කරමු නේද? Right. Now I'm going to stop the class session today. Thank you for joining all of you. Good night and goodbye. See you next day with homework questions and another new lesson. Right. Goodbye, all of you.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir. Good
Goodbye,
night.
sir.
Goodbye. Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
sir.
sir.
Night, sir.
Bye, sir.
We'll see you next day.
Goodbye, sir.